Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Folk connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
7. Panthers nothing.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 25 yards that time.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10.
To throw, Young. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's gone for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 35.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ready. 2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Panthers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they've made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue, 32.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Red, cycle. Hut.
Young to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now Purdy. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Down and 1.
Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Atlanta.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Here we go, set, ready.
Young to throw it. Got a man, that's the goal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That's good.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rail. Yellow. Let's go now. Black 40. Smash. Red. Fury. Yellow. Red. Check. Pink. Black Ultra. Set.
Now Young. And that'll be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Smith, red. Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Set, hunt. Ready.
Young quickly to the flat, powering his way forward. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice time.
He's got a man, complete. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. And Xavier again, 29 yards. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down." They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This 2nd and 4.
Get set. 18. Watch out.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Purdy. Complete to Drake London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Purdy now to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Final play of the half. Young.
To the left side, he's got McMillan.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Young working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard
Go
line.
now. 10 cycles. 50. Green.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This a 2nd and 8.
You yelling. Ready. 52. Ready.
Here is Young. This short. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Drake London.
42 yards.
And the Falcons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Young. And that It's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go.
Third down, Young from the gun. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And we're back now in Charlotte. Here's 2nd and 7. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That's caught at the 25. line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24, Purdy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
18. And the Falcons first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Falcons
on the counter, this is Robinson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you ever seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Blue, check. Come on, set. Black, 95. Claws, 10. Red, yellow. Hut.
To throw, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he rifles one incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back.
unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left,
ready?
a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Switch.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
33. Yellow. Cut.
Again up the middle, Hubbard.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the 43-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Set. Ready. 10 black. 6. Mega. Drill green.
Throwing, Young.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Let's go now. Set.
Young to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the double. Blaster. 6. Here we go. Set. Black 40. Set. Cut.
Here's Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Trouble. 38. Down.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now 1st and goal.
Ready. Black. Now check white. Set. Go.
Hubbard.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Come on. Set. 50. Green. Hut.
Young takes it on the sneak. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Okay, ready?
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Slide blue. Ready? Ready?
Now Young.
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard.
Young's pass. Brought down just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Panthers Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Boy, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22.
And here's Young. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Ready.
Young to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
The score, Panthers 33, Falcons 32. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Purdy with one final shot here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close